Legend had ESG wrote the hook.
Yep. Shout out to ESG.
Yeah, you know, back in 1999, Lil Troy had a hit with Wanna Be a Baller.
When the radio spot come on, all you hear, wanna be a baller.
Superstition is born of ignorance and fear and thrives the most when reason is asleep. The best way to predict your future is to create it. At any given moment, public opinion is a chaos of superstition, misinformation, and prejudice. The root of all superstition is that men observe when a thing hits, but not when it misses. As what would be the case with Lil Troy's Wanna Be a Baller curse. Troy Lane Bricklet was born February the 24th of 1966 in Houston, Texas. Running under the moniker Lil Troy, he would establish Shortstop Records. It was in fact Troy who discovered Brad Jordan, aka Scarface, signing him to his Shortstop Records imprint. This relationship would however not last long, as Face would move on to J. Prince Sr.'s Rap-A-Lot Records, which was named after his brother, Sir Rap-A-Lot. Initially, Troy was just trying to do records and trying to get dudes to join in, but everyone that he was working with would end up going to jail or would quit rapping. It was at this point that Troy felt like he was wasting his money. Every time he would put out a group, he would spend hundreds, if not thousands, not to mention studio time, t-shirts, and flyers. Right about this time, Troy had a group called Mass 187 who had gotten a deal with Payday Records, even dropping a music video while on the label. Unfortunately, it wouldn't amount to much, and Troy would be back to square one. Disappointed with the lack of success of Mass 187, even with radio spins, Troy decided to fall back for a while. Bruce Rhodes, aka Grimm, Troy's producer at the time, was doing music for most of the rappers in the city. It was Bruce who encouraged Troy to put out an album of his own. Ultimately, that's exactly what Troy would do. To launch this project, Troy got everybody in his hood and everybody that he knew who made tracks. It wouldn't be long before Troy would drop his album, Sittin' Fat Down South, that would spawn the hit single, Wanna Be a Baller, with the catchy hook that was originally written by ESG.
I'll never forget I had a black Delmonte rental car. I'm riding, and I had that Delmonte. Usher was on. So you think you're a baller, you ain't gonna call her. That's how I made up the Wanna Be a Baller hook. I made it a top to the hook, whole hook. So you want to be a baller, shot caller, 20-inch blaze. I taught them that hook.
Wanna Be a Baller originally featured Fat Pat, Youngster, Lil Will, and Big T. Hawk would be added to the single at its release in 1988. Wanna Be a Baller would peak at number 70 on the Billboard Hot 100 music charts. The huge success of Wanna Be a Baller would unfortunately come with huge grief. The song has had a tragic legacy, as almost everyone featured on it has died at a relative early age. Fat Pat was murdered February the 3rd of 1998, almost 1 year prior to the song's release.
Started at my house back in the game. I've been DJing for a long time. Back in 92, when I really started, back in 91, when I really started slowing the music down. And ever since then, the mixtapes and freestyling.
I got one thing to say to PAT. PAT, rest in peace, baby. Rick Shop family knows it wasn't your time to go.
B57 Beats.
On February the 3rd of 1998, Patrick Hawkins, aka Fat Pat, shot and killed in Houston after visiting his club's promoter's apartment to collect a payment that was owed to him. Pat's debut album, Ghetto Dreams, which featured the single Tops Drop, was released by Rangerlaclave Records 2 weeks after his death. Fat Pat's album release party would go on to become a never-forgotten moment in time. In attendance were rap artists such as Scarface, Woody D, Lil Keke, DJ Screw, along with a host of others, all gathering to pay their respects. The debut album will go on to sell more than 20,000 copies during its first week. On May 1st of 2006, Big Hawk, who filled in for his brother Fat Pat for the video shoot, was also murdered in 2006.
The thing that happened was, man, my brother Pat, rest in peace, he come on home one day. They telling me, man, your brother got flow, man. He can flow. He all on this tape, this here, that there. Pat come home, bring a little tape, gray tape. You know, Screw had the gray tapes then, you know what I'm saying?
Caught up with the Big Hawk, man. The man got the album in the store, self-titled album.
Houston rapper Big Hawk was laid to rest today. Someone shot him last Monday in southeast Houston. Many say Big Hawk was killed just as he was about to hit his stride in the music world.
B57 Beats.
Legendary Houston rapper Big Hawk, whose self-titled 2001 album reached number 45 on Billboard's Top Rap Albums chart, was shot and killed on May 1st of 2006 in Houston, Texas. And Edward Hawkins, aka Big Hawk, was also a member of the late DJ Screw's crew, the Screwed Up Clique, and brother to rapper Fat Pat, also of SUC, who was killed in 1998. Hawk, who had planned to meet one of his partners for a game of dominoes, arrived to the crib before his partner. As Hawk walked to the side of the house, he was shot several times, dying at the scene. Lil Troy's cousin, Lil Will, died in a car accident in February of 2016. The death of Houston's Lil Will had gone mostly unnoticed on the local news, but was confirmed by Lil Troy's son, T2. Lil Will, who was tasked with the unbelievable job of following Fat Pat on Wanna Be a Baller, was laid to rest on February the 27th of 2016. Lil Will died from injuries sustained in a car accident on February the 12th of 2016 in Southeast Houston. Lil Will lost control of his car as he crashed into a tree, which flipped the vehicle, ultimately killing him. Big T, who contributed vocals for the song's hook, died May 8th of 2018 of an alleged heart attack. Houston rapper Big T, known for singing the hook on Lil Troy's hit Wanna Be a Baller, died at the age of 52. Big T, whose real name was Terrence Prejean, died in 2018 at a hospital in Houston, according to the Harris County Institute of Forensic Science spokesman Trisha Bentley. At the time of Big T's passing, the official cause of death was pending, but longtime friend Tony Williams, a rapper known as Tiger T, would state that Big T had a heart attack.
Big T, my dog, Wanna Be a Baller. I taught me, I made Big T through my homies. They were like, man, I got a dude that can sing. That's how he was on the Smoke On.
That was the first one y'all did?
Yeah, he sung on that because the Smoke On was already done. When Big T used to be, I'm smoking.
So how'd you link up with Big T and shit?
Man, my homies, OGs, I think D them, you know what I'm saying? Shout out D. And Big T was their partner. And they were like, man, my partner T be singing, and that's kind of how he came around singing hook and it was live. So I like how he sing it. So T kind of made a name. T, the first song I used to hear from T used to sing was that he remixed like one of them oldest red type songs, Left My Home in South Park.
Sit on Dock of the Bay.
Headed to the southwest side. My homeboy Sean came guide me. That's what the kind of song he used to be singing. So that's how we, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he never really got to really go to Screwhouse a lot at the time because he would just really be doing it. So, you know, that's kind of how that came about.
Big T was nicknamed the $1 Million Hook Man and was frequently featured in releases by other musicians. Big T put out albums of his own, including $1 Million Hooks in 2001, but was more famously known by ear than name for providing catchy hooks, choruses, and other contributions on other artists' projects. Youngster, a Houston area mixtape legend, and Lil Troy are the only survivors, with Youngstar still active, performing and featuring on other artists' songs, while Lil Troy has gone on to become a truck driver, forming Bricklet Trucking Company.
I just bought the truck. Just I got my pushing plates, I was able to go out of town. So I parked the truck that Saturday night. Monday morning, I got in to go drop a load off about 60 miles down the street. That Monday, I dropped the load off by 12:15, something like that. Sitting there in the truck, dropped the load off. Got back on the freeway, 10 minutes, 15 minutes later, the truck catch on fire while I'm driving the truck.
Why are you driving the truck?
While I'm driving the truck, brand new truck driver, unaware of what really I need to do.
Right.
But my common sense, superhero common sense kicked in.
Superhero common sense.
So smoke coming up in the cab. I'm like,
my God.
oh, well, that's not a good sign. And it's on the passenger side, smoke just coming in. It's black smoke coming in. I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm trying to get over. I'm like trying to get over. Cars coming. I'm trying to slow down and get on over. Before I got over, the whole front of the truck is blazing up. Fire coming up. I get on to the side, jump out, grab the fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
Oh, that ain't gonna do it. let me get away from this truck before it go boom.
He said, that ain't gonna do it.
That little thing is not finna do this here. I bag up and start videotaping the truck and everything, cars coming by, next thing is boom.
Oh my God.
Boom. I mean, I got videos of it, man. It's just fire everywhere. But I was so blessed to get out. I jumped out with my glasses, my wallet, and my cell phone.
Wow.
Everything else left in the truck.
Wow. Has anybody did a diagnosis to find out what was wrong, what happened, like what caused that?
Well, you know DOT gonna come out.
Yeah.
DOT, first thing he asked me, you got your ELD? I said, yeah, it's in the truck.
Right.
He said, well, that's gone. That's gone. So I ain't gotta worry about that.
That's gone.
I ain't gotta worry about this.
As far as I'm concerned, everything's legal.
Everything's legal. Hey, everything's straight. He said, you got a load back there? I said, no, I just dropped the load off. He said, okay. And he's looking at the truck. We walk over, looking, he say, ain't no telling what this happened. This thing done burnt all the way down. He was so cool about it. They say, I'm not gonna write you up, give you no violations or nothing, cause I can't tell if it's an error on your part or nothing. The way this truck burnt up. I'm glad that you didn't hit nobody hit you.
Thank God.
Ain't no fatalities going on or happen or nothing like that. So you're not gonna get no record from me.
Right.
Fire marshal and them all coming out and they trying to figure out, we can't tell where it came from. How it burnt all the way down.
Yeah, you know, back in 1999, Lil Troy had a hit with Wanna Be a Baller, but now he's traded in his Impala for an 18-wheeler. He owns Berklet Trucking Company in Missouri City and tells me he was on his way home from Arkansas when he noticed smoke under the hood.
I think God got a better plan for me.
Lil Troy came to that conclusion after walking away from this. Flames and smoke tore through an 18-wheeler he bought for his trucking company just 2 months ago.
Life after music, you know. So I was doing something different on my second journey in life on something else I can do.
That journey almost ended Monday on I-10.
Right before I got ready to start exit, I started seeing fire flames coming up from the hood. And I'm like, oh, I gotta get out this truck. You know what I'm saying? It's fire.
Everything he had was destroyed except for his glasses, his keys, and his phone, which he used to document what happened when firefighters showed up.
It took them a while to put the fire out, you know, and while they was there, it went boom again. So, you know, I thank God for the fire department. They came and made sure nobody else got injured at the same time. First one gold.
Safely at home 1 day later, Lil Troy says the near-death experience is putting everything in perspective. From his career, making money a better way, to his loved ones.
I started thinking about my family, worrying about they need me. It's not time to go right now. You know, I just had to stay calm.
And despite how close he came to the flames, Lil Troy says he's ready to get back out on the road, doing what he always said he enjoys.
If you notice, I hit the highway, making money the highway, you know what I'm saying? So this truck driving is a new way.
In Houston, I'm Brianna Connor, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.